the reports are that Infantino, the president of FIFA, wants to implement a Super Bowl style halftime show during the halftime of the World Cup final. Connor, when you read this, what was the first thing that entered your mind?
The first thing I thought was people going to be mad. I was like, they're going to be crawling out of the woodwork for this one. They're going to be furious.
Did you mean specifically, like, did you have an English flag in your head when you said they? Who were you imagining?
I meant faceless bots on Twitter. People were going to be furious about this. Now, hear me out. I think that no matter what happens, somebody's going to be angry. Somebody's going to be upset about this because, as I feel like people want to push the game forward and they love seeing new tactics implemented and stuff, but I think by and large, a lot of us are just chasing the high of watching football as kids. So we don't want to change anything. It's like VAR. Everybody says it's inaccurate, but by the same token, everybody's got their horror story of some ref that made an awful call that wasn't checked by VAR, or they want to complain about corruption of FIFA and stuff. This is a checks and balance. I'm getting into that monologue because some traditionalist is going to hate this. Now, I might be that traditionalist. You want to know what it all hinges upon? Who you pick. Who do you pick for this? Because hear me out. You have a significantly easier time. If they want to implement the halftime show for the Copa America, you have a way easier time. Book Shakira. Just book Shakira.
Okay.
They love her in North America. They love her in South America. Great. Done. Easy. Complete. Done. Or Bad Bunny or something. Beloved in both countries.
Or young Miko, maybe, if you want to preach to like a more modern crowd, you could say.
I was thinking more Dookie or Bizarrap.
I mean, if they did it right, it would be a 5-artist Argentine lineup, is what it would have been. Everybody comes out, does one song, and it's just a conveyor belt. And then for whatever reason, goddamn, I don't know. Who would be the final act there? Like
Pitbull, just totally from left field.
Okay. I like that. Okay, so how about this? The United States gets to pick 3 artists to be in the World Cup halftime show. Who are we picking to best represent, I guess, us as a culture, us as a people?
For the United States?
For the United States, yeah.
Check it out. You got to pick one from each continent. You got to pick somebody from from each country. One from Canada, one from Mexico, one from the United States.
Okay, so Peso Pluma from Mexico.
Peso Pluma. Oh, that would be electric, first of all. The Brits are furious. Peso Pluma from the United States. Big X the Plug?
Well, I was going to suggest a rapper.
Yeah.
But we all know the rapper has to be Drake for Canada. Like, come on.
It has to be Drake. And that, you know what that does? It eliminates Kendrick Lamar from being the rapper for the United States.
It eliminates him. It eliminates J. Cole. And, of course, it eliminates Big X the Plug and any other rapper that we could have chosen. So for the United States, do we throw out a damn rock band? Like, do the Red Hot Chili Peppers go out there?
Maybe. You could do that. You could do, like, I don't know, the Foo Fighters. It'd probably be something that's like accessible overseas. Or, dude, honestly, you know what would be a Hail Mary? It would be Oasis. Get Oasis.
I thought you were going to say a country band.
Dude, no. That would not fly. That would not fly. But I'm thinking it's got to be something universal like Beyonce or Oasis, because nobody in the stadium is going to be upset that they have to hear Wonderwall when Oasis just reunited. Like that is a generational band there, and that would appease some Europeans, that would appease a huge American fan base, and frankly would make the ticket prices a little bit more worth it to see 3 massive headliners.
So something like Disturbed, too intense.
Way too intense.
Way too intense.
That is going to alienate every. If my father shells out $3,000 for a ticket, and he's got to sit through Disturbed, or something
Down
like
with the
beneath
sickness?
my skin. Yeah, down with the sickness. Absolutely not. He's getting up and he's
See,
leaving.
but if Argentina's up 2-0 at halftime, he'll probably get into it, actually.
We might radicalize him. He might take his
Yeah.
shirt off and I don't know, punch a Brazilian in the face. I have no idea.
Yeah, he probably. Well, that's very bold of you to predict Brazil back in the final, but yeah,
No, just a spectator. Just a spectator.
just a spectator. They bought
Yeah.
their tickets in advance. Poor
Hear,
guy.
hear, hear me out. We're being
Okay.
jovial about this. I don't like the theory. I don't I'm much more of a traditionalist in that sense. I don't like that we're trying to Americanize this. Now, this will sell tickets and it will sell TV and everybody's going to watch it, right, online. That so I understand why they're doing it. Do I like it? Not necessarily, but the one argument that kind of sold me on it, and I'm sure you've seen this clip somehow, some way on social media at the final of the what is it? Yeah, the 2019 Sudamerica final. There was a band called Los Palmeras. Have you ever seen this intro?
No.
Dude, where they start going, it's like the fans that like get pulled up. People are gonna know it in the comments, but the final of the 2019 Sudamericana was Los Palmeras, and they opened with this song called El Bombón. And it's basically all about this girl who's has a prominent bonbon.
Uh-huh.
And it's
I
just a
gathered.
banger. You gotta look it up because it is electric. And if they're somehow able to harness that, then everybody's happy. But that is for
You
the
said they played
Sudamericana.
this after the game
I don't know
or
if
at
it was
halftime?
after, I don't know if it was before, but the entire crowd is singing along like it is
Okay.
insanity, madness. You have to look it up after this. Just look it up
Okay.
2019 Sudamerica final performance and you're going to watch it. El Bombon, I don't know these guys. El Bombon is on my Spotify. I have it favorited. It's listed. I hear it at the gym sometimes. It goes hard. So good.
Okay. I'm gonna listen
Insanely
to it.
good. Like fans are crying singing their songs.
Okay. Based on what you're telling me, I'm gonna be surprised if this was after the final. This sounds
Yeah.
like a
Pre
pregame concert.
Exactly. And I'm thinking that's probably what it was. So if they're able to spin it like that for the World Cup final, great. The trick is, like I
Ah,
said earlier, you got to find artists that appeal to all of this, right? So if you've got Los Palmeras, that is culture broaching, top to bottom, Central and South America, beautiful. Love it. Everybody from there probably knows them, right? Their parents listen to them or they hear them on the radio all
mhm.
the time. So, legendary artists, right? How do you do that for the World Cup? Do you just get the 2014 FIFA soundtrack? Maybe.
That'd be a good place to start.
I don't know. I'm not sold on it. I don't think they can pull it off like that. That being said, I've seen it. It can be done. How do you do that? I don't know. Also, the fact that the halftime is going to be more than 15 minutes is going to drive people crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be the issue. Is
Yeah.
that you're gonna extend the halftime, which is gonna piss people off. And I think the fact that it's a tri-country tournament, that's gonna make it like I'm sorry, you just gotta tell Canada and Mexico, hey bro, we're gonna take this one. Like you kind of have to. I'm gonna guess that Palmeiras worked because they had some sort of cultural significance to at least some portion or a
To everybody
majority
involved.
even.
Yes.
Exactly. So like I'm sorry, you can't throw out a niche guy like that
Yeah.
because you gotta be appealing to who's gonna be there. And I think with most games being in the US, it just makes it more natural for it to be an American artist. Now, I'll say, in theory, I actually don't think this is a bad idea. People reacted poorly, I think, because they just hate Americans every time Americans get involved with soccer. I've talked about this before. There's a deep insecurity that Europeans have whenever Americans talk about football. And if you need an ounce of evidence, do this. find our comment section, find the comment section of any single American commentator on the sport, go into the comment section, and you will see at least one comment telling us to stick to the MLB, or haha, Americans talking ball, or just go play basketball, mate, something like that. Like, Europeans are so insecure whenever Americans become prominent in the space. Even the players, they don't like when our players even do well. If they're willing to admit that or not, I don't know. But I kind of think this is a sick opportunity for the hosting country. Now it happens to be us this time, but in the next World Cup, like, the Morocco, Spain, Portugal bid, something like that, I think this is a phenomenal opportunity for about 15 minutes, 15 to 25 minutes. You get to show the world, because the world is watching this game, something about Morocco or something about Spain or something about the US. And it's got to be kind of cultural. And so I wonder, like, I don't know, if you did some sick ass, like, Chinese dragon dance at halftime, like, I'd be into it. I'd be like, hell yeah, this is sick. Or like,
Yeah.
I don't know, one day the tournament's in Vietnam, I'm like, damn, what are these guys about to roll out? I don't even know.
No, genuinely, if it goes to South Korea, you get a K-pop band and you get a traditional Korean singer, and maybe, like, I don't know, one of your most favorite, like, or one of your most famous, classical music players. I'm thinking if there's somebody out there who is like the tip-top concert violinist in the world, you get them out there to open it with like an electric violin solo that leads into the K-pop band's first song, and then they collaborate on the first song. That, to me, perfectly epitomizes, at least to my foreign perspective, what, some of what that country has to offer artistically. And I agree with you. I think that's what it should be if we're going to do this,
Who's the Japanese jazz musician you like so much?
Ryo Fukui.
You telling me if that mofo didn't have 10 minutes at the start of a World Cup halftime show, that wouldn't go hard?
I think he's dead, but yes, I would lose
That's
my
why
mind.
I said would, because I think he is dead as well. But like, come, dude, some like master Japanese pianist is just going ham for 15 minutes while you have, I don't know, guys dressed in traditional samurai garb on horseback running laps around the stage. Are you kidding me? We're going to talk down on that because the theory and the idea of a halftime show is American? Come on, y'all got to open up your brains a little bit.
Yeah.
Try different food every once in a while. Get out the house. Take a vacation to a spot you haven't been before. Jesus. Yeah. That's why all of y'all in a bad mood 24/7.
Pass the Sunday roast for a little bit of mala Sichuan. Broaden your
Best decision you could ever make.
Best decision you could ever make.
So have I swung you at all? Are you in favor of the idea? You just think that we're going to bottle it?
I think it could work. Do I have faith in this? Not necessarily. I think they're going to try and make it like a Super Bowl halftime show. And I wouldn't be surprised if we bottle it. If we don't pick somebody like groundbreaking, like world uniting, somebody that sells out world tours consistently, like a Beyonce or like an Oasis, I don't think it's gonna play. Now, if what would be dope, it would be fucking sick.
Okay.
Is if we get a great artist or something like that, and they sing, the national anthem, and then we have the F-16 flyover, the F-22 flyover with the smoke trails, red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, shoot, get the two countries, get two F-16 flyovers. Some of them fly across half the stadium with the colors of one of the finalists, and then three more fly across the other way with the colors of the other, the opposing team, like Ireland and Bulgaria at the Quidditch World Cup.
Yes.
Come on now.
That's one of my favorite scenes in that movie.
Whoever does the college football NCAA opening day coordination, logistics, get them. Hire them. There's nothing more American.
I was going to say Post Malone, but I think your idea is better. Dude, I'm sorry. I got to push back against the haters. There are some insane college bands. I went to Ohio State. We're famous for our marching band.
Your marching band.
If those guys march, if they go out there and you guys are there like, boo, American, this isn't part of the game. Like, you're just a bellend, bro. I'm sorry. Like, hey, and also, I'm sorry. It's expensive to host a World Cup. So you can kiss my ass if I'm going to spend 20 minutes gloating about it by having a marching band out there.
Yeah.
Like, F off. You know what? You know what, England? You know what, France? Next time you guys host the World Cup, if you don't want a halftime show, you don't have to have one. But we're going to have one, bro. So you can suck on that and we'll be on our merry way. You don't have to buy tickets to the game. Hey, you know what, Connor? This is the best part about halftime shows, especially if you're not there. You can turn off the TV, go take a shit, go turn on the parrilla, go to the coffee shop. You don't have to watch it. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
It's not required.
Yeah.
I got more passionate about this than I was expecting.
Yeah,
man, we better have an hour-long halftime show.
Yeah, here we go. Run it again. Yeah.
How about a halftime show for every game? Every game, let's just have it out there. Let's just run the gauntlet. Let's just piss off everybody, dude.
Can you imagine Mexico and Jamaica face off against each other in, like, I don't know, some shite game somewhere in Alabama, and they pump out, like, I don't know, some country artist. Zach Bryan plays the halftime show. The Jamaicans are like, what the hell is going on?
Unless they brought out like a descendant of Bob Marley for the halftime show, in which case I can guarantee you that's going to be the most vibey stadium in the history of football.
Mm-hmm.
You bring out a Marley descendant and then Revolution, the band. I mean, there's going to be like the stadium is going to start levitating.
Yes,
that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
come on. This is a way to. This is advancement. This is cultural enrichment, I think, is what this actually is.
It is cultural enrichment, 100%. And if we don't take that angle, I don't think it'll work. So I'm holding my breath because it feels like a cash grab. So knowing FIFA, it's going to be pretty half-assed. But if they do it right, this could be pretty legendary.